Good afternoon, our viewers. Welcome to the Calabash Digest. Well, today is Friday, and of course, it's the last day in October. So, we want to wish you now all a happy new month in advance. And of course, we know say this na Friday, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. So, we want to go through the paper then quick. Of course, today we want to go through all the paper that we can inside the calabash, then front pages there. So I want to make you sit tight, grab a juice or water, and make we explore together. So for the inside the calabash, the first paper we get today na the calabash newspaper. We get PC and Sons champions local manufacturing at first manufacturers roundtable and made in Sierra Leone exhibition. We get judicial ruling sparks property and human rights concerns at the Pioneer Power Engineering Co. Limited, Chinese Embassy monitoring. We get Orange Sierra Leone thrills Freetown with colorful sober cabaret, float parade, and exciting prices. Triton Memorial Hospital enhances healthcare delivery with cutting-edge endoscopy equipment. NPSL Limited clarifies brief tanker drivers strike, reaffirms commitment to uninterrupted service. AP Business Venture Limited showcases Blue Moon ice cream at a Made in Sierra Leone exhibition. And finally, for the Calabash newspaper, we get President Bio describe Kush epidemic as a national emergency, urges collective action for recovery. This is how we get for the Calabash newspaper. And the next paper where we go look at now the A to Z newspaper. For A to Z newspaper, we get VP Jalo urges Sierra Leone to take pride in homegrown products. President Bio pledges to support rehabilitation home. Health Minister commissions newly renovated Connaught Hospital mortuary. DFMST and stakeholders conclude two-day validation exercise on draft interoperability roadmap. And finally, for A to Z newspaper, we get UNFPA launches FGM survivors advocacy network in Sierra Leone. Next, inside the Calabash and the satellite newspaper. For the satellite newspaper, the front page reads, during his visit to rehabilitation facility for Kush addicts, President Bio vows tough action against Kush menace. Cheikoko poised to open doors of State House in 2028. NPRA boss calls for market practice through regional regulatory integration. This is what we get for satellite newspaper. And next are the awareness times. For awareness times, we already have laws for seizure and forfeiture of assets of drug dealers since 2008. After hearing testimonies from Kush victims and their parents, Madabio gets emotional at his rehab tour. Mercury International turns mechanic into millionaire. Alslav will feed itself by 2027. CDS affirms. Police war on drugs sees 174 raids, 130 arrests, and 51 charged to law courts. And finally, for awareness times, we get hardship under the ruling SLPP will drive change in 2028 elections. For Concord Times newspaper, we get APC assures preparedness for 2026 census. Police cracks down on drug trade, 130 suspects arrested nationwide. Dr. Ibrahim Bangwa donates 500 millions to support APC Connaught District office construction. FCC step up climate action with Freetown media tour. And finally, we get President Bio hails local coffee makers. This na all wey we get for Concord Times newspaper. And next we dey look at the Freetown Daily newspaper. For Freetown Daily newspaper, we get Cornell University hails presidential gesture as new bus eases transportation strain. Information Minister beacon for media freedom. President Bio visit Kush Rehab Center at the PMTC. Vows to end Kush scourge. And the Macaulay Grace 2025 Intercommunity League. Miss Teen Universe Africa 2025 meets Tourism Minister. SLAFA President champion and under 17 team to President Bio. For Expo Times Week, we get military officers that sparks security concerns in one of Potloko's mining zone. Health Minister calls for whole society approach to drug crisis. The endless transportation constraint in Freetown. We get police now 130 suspects in national drug crackdown. Life and livelihoods of women farmers in Cambia. This na all wetin we get for the Expo Times newspaper. And next we dey look at the Covenant. For Covenant newspaper, we get President Bill celebrates sporting heroes. Vista Bank Sierra Leone signs 10 million US dollar partnership with ECOWAS Bank. Sierra Leone concludes validation exercise for interoperability roadmap in public financial management system. Jagaban leading APC flag bearer aspirant and presidential hopeful. Tourism Ministry receives Miss Teen Universe Africa 2025 Laila Matha. For the Africa 24 Communications newspaper, we get a public notice within at the right hand corner. We say this public notice is to inform our esteemed advertisers, readers, contributors, well wishers, and general public that Africa 24 Communication newspaper has relocated its office to number 13 Block Lane, Nigeria House, back of Regent Road off 14th Street, Freetown. These are from the management. And then get in Konike Sanda, 8th Corner Market is now a memory. AfriMoney partners with Cello Africa, and we get 10,000 US dollar donation. Honorable CD Tunis boost Oba West Africa, Western area. So this now what we get for Africa 24. And next are the Global Times newspaper. For the Global Times newspaper, we get protecting Sierra Leone's fishing communities and the Macaulay pledges reform in Tumbo. President Bio visit Kush Rehab Center. Regional conference, Balua calls for harmonized petroleum policies. Construction of APC party office in Kono, Dr. Ibrahim Bangura contributes 500 millions. Vista Bank Sierra Leone ignites $10 million boost for youth and women in agriculture. And finally, inside the news, the Calabash, we get the New Age newspaper, where the front page reads Clerk of Parliament cancels consultative meeting with tripartite committee set to discuss recommendation 78. Dr. Ibrahim supports construction of the APC corner office with 500 millions. Tricycle rider fined for traffic offense. Dr. Baluwa Koma drives major transformation in Sierra Leone petroleum sector. So this now all wetin we get for inside the Calabash for today. And we want to look at some top stories then where make na most of the papers. So one way I for say it's a prominent one. Now the one where President Bio go visit the rehab na his Hastings inside, most of the kush addicts and victims dem dey. So dis na call for us to action for show say the president himself don ready for join the fight against push. And of course e don declare a state of emergency, national state of emergency because of dis push. And im sef don give im word say im with the security officers dem don ready for see how best dem go able track down all the one dem wey involve into dis push, from the communities, the one dem wey na the big guns dem. So dis is a collective fight for we all, make nobody no left behind, make nobody no sidon again, make we try for fight, because the population of the youth is going down, and it's a risk for make country every day we dey get a loss in population, loss in the youth, especially the youth. So dis na call to action for every other person, for make una calm and make we join am. Stakeholders dem na the different communities dem, drug advocates, community leaders, the ministries, parliamentarians. Una let we all come together and see how best we go go fight against push. So dis na one of the prominent story. And secondly, another way manufacturers and as alone hold a roundtable discussion on how best dem dey do with this made in Sierra Leone product. So in that, most of the manufacturers like PC and Sons, AP Ventures, and other manufacturers wey be dey part of this event actually bring the president and the first lady inside. And after that, we get an exhibition. Inside that exhibition, the president will go table to table, watch wetin really dey inside and wetin dey make from Sierra Leone. And that's a very good one. And we want to say to all the manufacturers that we hope say una go continue for bring quality inside the country. And of course, with this, we believe say it dey bring more job for people and help for make we lessen the burden on the youth dem, find job and all. So dis na wetin happen inside the week, and plenty other thing happen as president dey also sef dey go na Kono, inside the Kono University. We welcome her and then we find am very pleasing for make dem get the president visit the university. And also we get another way the minister of health we commission the Connaught mortuary. And of course Chaitan sef um get don get a new endoscopy machine, wey dat machine dey for more major, for detect major illnesses like cancer. So dem sef don get am now na the facility, and dem believe say dis go help with the cost, because most time dem wey dem dey get suspected cancer cases and pass dem for refer you either Ghana or any other country wey get that facility. But thank God dem sef don get am now, and we believe say that go help for help for strength in the health system. So plenty thing happen inside this week. And for the Calabash newspaper, we want for Calabash online TV, we want for say plenty thank you to you wey dey take the time watch me throughout the week, and we want for wish you a happy weekend and a happy new month in advance. Tomorrow is a new month and it's November. So thank you very much for joining us, and we want to say tata. This Nina by